Well, hello, everybody. It's so nice to see you again. Oh, I can't see you. Hmm. Anyway, it's nice to read your comments and get to know you and have you as part of the entourage of our little circus here. Um, I love our community. It's filled with pickles and turtles and no matter what club members, and of course, Goldilocks. We love our Goldilocks because that's who we are. So here we are, another day. It is Black Friday. Remember when it meant something that, you really would begin to go shopping and do all this stuff, and there's a super spreader. I'm just doing gift cards. Sorry, I know, no lack of artistic, creative choices. I just don't want to get anybody duds. I haven't seen them for almost a year. The stupid, dumb pandemic. But anyway, here we are, and it's just another day in the world of what we do with our foods, right? Our chronometer, our logging, our weighing, our measuring, or maybe you don't do any of that. Maybe you're one of the lucky ones that can just eat intuitively, push away when you're done, deal with leftovers. Some people like leftovers, other people wouldn't go near them, they throw them in the trash. And I've been doing this for, well, I'm 70. So, some form of diet mind now for, probably 56 years. I know at 14 I was turning into a little chubby Chubetsky. And I remember that my grandmother in Hyannis would take me when I'd come down to visit her on the Cape before I moved here permanently. She would take me to the little fat girl store, and they had Chubet, which were clothes designed at least for younger females that went like 12 and a half, 14 and a half, 16 and a half. So kind of the regular sizes, just a little expanded. And I could get some normal looking clothes. Today you can do a lot more if you have overweight young people than then, because the only thing for me at that point was to get women, older lady type outfits that just didn't look like they'd fit a 10-year-old, right? So anyway, here we are, and the term that I brought up was a diet mind. And I've had a diet mind for decades. My head is always continuously thinking, adding, subtracting. How much? Is it carbs? Is it calories? Does it have sugar? How about the fat? Remember Tab and Fresca? I actually saw some Tab and Fresca in the stores. It's like, wow, that's weird. I remember those when I'd take my little Boston Whaler boat to the McDonald's on the water and get my Tab and 2 large French fries and take my diet speed pill that the doctor was giving me. Of course, we didn't know much about pills in those days, but all I know is that I lost 40 pounds that summer. Of course, soon to return. It missed me. So this diet mind, do you have one? It's like one of those computer programs that is constantly running underneath everything, and you don't even know it's there. And it's like my mind gets to the diet mind. My mind does diet mind before I could say, hey, whoa, 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 stop with the diet mind, because I'm now a clean faster, a clean intermittent faster. And that seems to be like it, what's working. I just did my monthly weigh-in and I lost another pound and a quarter for this month. So I'm still delighted. I expected to stay the same or maybe gain some. So I was delighted. And if you're 70 years old and you lost a pound and a quarter last month, to me it's like throw a parade. Who at 70 knew that they could still be, getting rid of some of that, the junk that we want to get rid of, right? These glasses are making me crazy. I have an appointment for New Year's Eve to get new ones Figure that's a perfect day, right? New Year's Eve. I could get right in, but they didn't have any appointments leading up to that. No AM appointments. Isn't that amazing? So I'll get some new glasses. I do like these frames after all, but I have in mind a couple of others too. And I think it's BOGO, buy one, get one. We'll see. All I know is that they're so expensive now. They just know how to get you, right? So anyway, with my diet mind, there's always this like running background thing about each and every food that I would have. And it's funny with the Honey Crisp or apples in general in the fall, there's always that big push and you can buy those bags, and we used to go apple picking when I was a kid. And so the Honey Crisp, of course I liked them. They were the highest sugar. And just kind of funny that I see them and I still think bag of sugar. Not whether I'd want one or not, and wouldn't one chopped up finely, just a couple of ounces in my ridiculously big salad be kind of a fun thing. Then I go to Craisins and I say, oh yeah, all that high sugar. And, it's just like everything has this like running commentary, editing without me even knowing the yes, the no, and I just kind of chuckle because it's like for me, the clean intermittent fasting is indeed what works. And the more clean intermittent fasting videos that I watch are people that aren't even close to doing keto. They've got carbs, they've got sugar, they've got desserts, they've got alcohol, but it's just that nothing but black coffee and plain unflavored water, no Tic Tacs, no gum, no flavored coffee, no nothing, honey, no nothing. Over here. And then they have their window. And I love how they say, I opened my window. Okay, open my window. Well, I have OMAD, one meal a day, and I have it around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it just suits me just fine. I have 2 big A salad, comma or slash ridiculously big salad days, usually Monday and Tuesday, and you've seen how I do them, and they're under 1,000 calories, totally satiating, totally filling, totally wonderful. Love them. And then the rest of the week kind of has their own slots. Wednesday is always the something different dinner. And then Thursday is like eggs and sausage and one of those mini guac medallions and some salsa. Friday is the burger from the Brazilian butchery. Saturday is the cauliflower crust pizza. Sunday is the big green egg. Wash, rinse, repeat. Just works for me. So on Wednesday, that's always the something different meal. And it was this past Wednesday, it was a pork chop with a sweet potato. It was divine. And the sweet potatoes, I'm finding that a higher total carb day, sometimes it's 30 total carbs or under, and then other times when I add something like a sweet potato or the cauliflower crust, it goes up a little bit because of the carbs. But they're from vegetables. They're from, like the Rayo's pizza sauce, things like that, and they work. And my body's not bothered by it, and I got the courage to try a few more total carbs, mostly from vegetables, into my food plan from watching Jen Stevens, the Delay, Don't Deny, the Fast, Feast, Repeat. I think that's what that is, FFR, yeah. And, she says she does well on carbs. She likes things like beans and things like that, and that it all just works for her. And I got the courage to up my carbs and see what would happen. Just like going from carnivore to a few little grams of veg to more grams of veg to going back to like the big salads and trusting that I could have more total carbs and it would be fine. I don't play with net carbs too much. That would get me into wonkiness. It's just a wonkiness, too much freedom sort of thing. But I eat what I want now. And because it's contained in that OMAD with the clean fasting over here, I think both both components are super, super, super important. And I began to get to I think the differences in the OMAD a while back for me. Having the one meal a day has made a difference. And maybe that's why I'm able to lose. Maybe that's why, I can have more carbs because it's that one meal a day defined and so forth. And then over here is that cleanness of, leading up to it, from the end of the meal from the day before to the first bite of the OMAD of the day. And all of that time is spent with just water, plain waters with salt, and the unflavored coffees that are black. And so everything's a step. We just don't step out of a Jenny Craig world or a Weight Watcher world into the clean fasting. We've done a lot of tinkering and sometimes damage, sometimes good things to our bodies in that, from the standard American diet of sorts to the clean fasting OMAD lifestyle. And in between are all the steps that we have to take personally. For me, some of the big ones: giving up the gum, giving up the flavored waters, the flavored coffees, and the ultimate, getting used to black coffee. I never thought you'd hear that coming from me. But those are the little nuggets that just seem to work. Not all at the same time. I got to each place at just the right time that I was supposed to get to each place. And I can't think of like when the student is ready, the teacher appeared, and there's Jen Stevens, and there's Diane Parham, and other clean fasting, clean intermittent fasting women that are older that are showing me that this final tweaking, maybe it's not final, maybe there's something new as well, is what is going to make a difference. And so I just continue. I mean, I was delighted with the pound loss. I'd been losing 2 pounds a month since I began a more tweaked OMAD, and then came the intermittent clean fasting for the last 3 months. And obviously my body still is responding with a little bit of a weight loss. I'll take it. Thank you very much. And so that's what I have to share with you today. It just works for this older metabolism. I think that we are different. We do have a slower metabolism the older we get. And so, you can stamp your feet about it all you want, but finding something that works and still being satiated and not feeling deprived, to me, those are all the bonus balls that I could ever ask for. So I just like to share that with you here today. It's just a regular day. It's Black Friday, but I don't have to go into the stores at midnight. I remember I did that for this computer right here that I'm using that needs to be replaced. So I will see you the next time here on Pearls of Wisdom and Food, where I talk about food and fasting and OMAD and sometimes some food finds, and sometimes brought to you by a letter. Those are always fun to do. I'm due for another one of those. And we just continue to muddle on in life. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you here the next time. Bye-bye for now.